it just shows you that his hands were in so many things, that he
Yeah.
wasn't just an anime artist.
That's half his life that
Yeah.
he's created
Built.
something that's a big part of all of our lives.
Yeah.
They were shouting like if somebody got knocked out in a boxing match. Everybody in the freaking
Yeah.
place, in the bar, was
Yeah.
like, "Oh!"
Hey, welcome to another episode of Onside Verdict. This is your boy Yohohan, and before we start off today's segment, just want to give a nice moment of silence for Akira Toriyama. He died. He passed away a few days ago. We found out 2 days ago. So before we start our show, just a moment of silence for Akira Toriyama. Yeah, and with that being said, it's a heavy loss for the anime community. Dragon Ball Z is one of the first anime that they literally brought everybody to watching anime. So if you were growing up in our age, which is again 90s,
Yep.
man, who didn't know about Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, it was.
I try to fly.
Even people that really don't really mess with animes,
Shit,
they
me.
literally know about Dragon Ball Z just to some extent.
Or
they
and,
know about
it's crazy because
Goku.
old heads older than us, if you say Dragon Ball,
Mhm.
they'll know it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, not as like they watched it. But, well, there was a cartoon Dragon Ball. I remember. They'll tell you.
Yeah,
They-
so-
you know, it goes back.
You know,
It was not that-
everybody
they was
tried
not
to
that old.
fly. Everybody tried to go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Everybody
Oh,
tried to
man.
go. Man.
I
It
had
was
Kai
literally-
Blast.
it
I've
was-
shot people with Kai Blast. They just
Yeah.
didn't feel it because it
Yeah.
was weak and I wasn't trained. But I've hit them.
He inspired so much of us, like, and he kind of like influenced a culture. He penetrated America, and he made anime more of a mainstream thing. Like
Definitely
he's really a pioneer in this whole space, and it is shocking and a blow because he's done so much for us, but we appreciate everything that
definitely
he
do.
has done for us, and we want to give him a respect and respect his family. Because without him, honestly, who knows if we would have went down this path of this anime thing, because
facts.
Dragon Ball Z literally introduced us to loving animes and introduced us into that cartoon style, because we were normally used to just cartoon type things,
Yeah.
not like, like this animation type style and the dubbed over versions too, because it was good though.
It wasn't just anime either, though, because one of my favorite games growing up was Chrono Cross back from early in the day. And I found
yeah.
out the game prior to that, Chrono Trigger, he was heavily involved in the creation of that game, the character development, to the point where some of those characters ended up in Chrono Cross, which thus ended up opening the door for him to work on a lot of the Final Fantasy games, which is
Yeah.
one of my favorite genres of all time that I play till this day. So it just shows you that his hands were in so
Yeah,
many
versatile.
things, that he
Yeah.
wasn't just an anime artist.
Sorry for the interruptions, but I just sensed the power level over 9,000. If that's you, leave a like and subscribe. And if it's over 10,000, leave a comment. Now, let's get back to the video.
He was an engineer in just gifts of art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would just give you things that you could take with you. That I've been, and my first experience with like Chrono Trigger and stuff was when I was like 8 years old and watching Dragon Ball at that age. And I'm 30, going on 34 now. So
Dang, you old.
yeah, I'm talking about.
Dang, boy.
So 70% of my life, or most, I've had Akira Toriyama at some point or another
Yeah.
influenced by some of the
Influencing
things
on
he's
us.
done.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
for me, it's definitely one of those things where it's like
Damn.
I know how to appreciate it and say, man, this is a loss. Like, it's not something
a
I could
big
just be
loss.
like,
There it
oh,
was.
there'll be another. No, that he's one of one,
One of one.
and he's always gonna be that guy when it comes to when you talk about who put the anime on the map and who really gave us the roadmap to just bringing beautiful art and stuff like that to this world.
Yeah.
And I super agree with that. Even like to this day, when they did the whole Superman versus, in the anime community, who it was? It was Goku.
Goku,
Goku. We
There
most
was nobody
iconic
else.
character.
Ain't nobody else, because Goku, like you're saying right now, he's the most iconic character in an anime.
Yeah,
So once we all find that out, I think we found that out early in the morning too. I think he had texted around like 5.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
so
And
early,
like other
bro.
people had texted. I seen so many different people talking about it. It was trending on Twitter, IG,
Yeah.
everywhere.
People that didn't even know about it, it was like, "Yo, you heard about him? How do you
Yeah.
feel?" I'm like,
yeah, asking us
"Why
questions.
you asking me, bro?" Like, obviously, it's
It
a
hurts.
blow, and obviously this shit was a surprise. I mean, he was like 70 something,
It
but
was like
that's
68.
68.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So and then the thing
So
is,
he's so
68.
young, bro.
The thing
Then
is, 68. It does sound kind of.
Nah,
it does sound kind of
he's
old.
young.
But then when you think about it, it's like Dragon Ball's been out I'm just saying Dragon Ball Z's been out for like 30 plus years and stuff like that. He was doing this in his 30s.
Before that.
Man.
And yeah,
Yeah,
before his
but yeah,
30s. But I'm just saying that it's been like that's half his life that he's created
Built.
something that's a big part of all of our lives.
A big
And-
part of everybody's
a
lives.
building block.
And I would say like if he would not have gone the way he did, let's just say he lived a few more years and he did like natural cause or whatever. I still think regardless, because Dragon Ball Z without him passing now, through time is going to be considered one of the greatest animes of all time, and
It is.
Sure.
it's going to
Regardless of
go
what you
down,
think
and
about
people
it.
are going to go
Yes,
50, 60 years
100%.
from
I
now
agree.
are going to look at it as like Dragon Ball Z number. They need to know about this.
Yeah.
But with his passing now, it's like skyrocketing so much faster now.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z is going to be so much more on a bigger platform. There's going to be so much more emphasis on the things that Akira Toriyama had coming up and
Invested.
already finished, and it's going to be pretty fucking awesome, I think,
Yeah.
moving into the future for
Well,
whatever they have in
hopefully.
store for us.
Man, hopefully we will see. Because the thing is
Hopefully.
now
Because
anything
it's
that's
like,
new,
yeah,
all the new stuff is
it's
we'll see
gonna
what's
be
gonna happen. 'Cause he was
loosely
dropping.
based off.
Yeah, he
of
was
it.
working on a
dropping
lot
tracks.
of
Dragon Ball
stuff.
Z Daima, I think,
He was
one of the
working
things
on
he was
a
working
lot
A
of stuff.
But then
man.
you still have like the whole granola and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I'm not sure if y'all know about it.
Yeah. Granola and the gas, and then
All that
Moro.
stuff is- and Moro, yeah, and just all that stuff that
He
he
was
was
working on a lot of stuff.
That's crazy. That's a great
moving
arc.
forward to that, it's just gonna be kind of difficult when we see how it's gonna be. And
Yeah.
and I will say this: like Dragon Ball Z, everyone knows about it, but if you go to my anime list, I don't think it was up there like that, like Full Metal Brotherhood or anything like that. So it wasn't. It's not something that will be on that type of list, but it's something that everybody knows.
Yeah.
You
Like,
say Goku or you see Dragon Ball Z, and then people don't even know anime, they'll actually know who that
You know
character
Goku.
is.
Yeah.
Like and
if
it's
you
a
watch
big part.
anime, you know
But I'm talking
Goku.
for the people
Even
that
if they don't.
Even if you
watch
don't,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Goku's the most relatable character that a person that's not interested in anime could relate to and understand.
100%.
So
So again, it was definitely a big loss, and like I started watching Dragon Ball Z when I was in Dominican Republic when I was younger, visiting, and like I think the moment that he had passed away, when I found out, I was going through like Reddit forums and stuff like that, and I seen how big of a community there is in the in South America. Like
Yeah.
over in Argentina, I want to say it was Daddy Yankee was doing a show, and before the show, they had played the Dragon Ball Z theme music,
Yeah.
and the entire crowd was just singing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Wow.
it's legendary.
Yeah, bro,
wild.
and
Legendary.
Like,
Yeah,
Spanish
that's
people
wild.
Spanish people love Dragon
You don't
Ball Z too,
understand.
bro.
Dragon Ball Z, when I used to go to
International.
DR, you know how they have boxing matches in the
Yeah.
bars?
Mhm.
They'll have the Dragon Ball Z show
Playing
in the bar when you have them on your
Gohan.
shirt. When Gohan went Super Saiyan 2 when he was fighting Cell,
Yeah.
they were shouting like if somebody got knocked out in a boxing match. Everybody in the freaking
Yeah.
place, in the bar, was
Yeah.
like, oh! The
Yeah.
crowd outside, like if we were watching a famous boxing match. That's how much
Yeah.
they love Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
insane. I've never seen that with any other.
Never.
'Cause
And
they-
not even over here.
No.
You don't see that over
It
here.
was Dragon Ball Z was built on iconic moments.
Yeah.
For
There were
sure.
so many moments in there that related to loss and to power ups and to just overcoming and to being more than what you are.
Yeah.
That when you watch that and you see that, you resonate with
Yeah.
it. And it's like again, the whole bar felt that energy. It wasn't a couple people, and
No, it
those
was
other niggas that felt it probably didn't know what the fuck was really happening.
Yeah.
They was just like, that shit looks cool. What is going on? You know, because like it just looks, it's gripping.
Yeah.
It enthralls you, and that's how he wrote. That's how he put his stories together. So
Yeah.
those are the things that I don't know who's gonna be able to emulate and or create in that manner.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like to this moment, what's a hyper moment thing Goku trying to transform into whatever new mode he's going to?
Yeah.
Nothing.
What's more hyper than that?
Nothing.
That's
One of the
pinnacle.
most iconic things that right now, every time I hear the music, is literally one note. Dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun,
You already
dun.
know he's about
You
to do some
hear
dumb
that?
shit.
know that?
And it, you just get hyped.
Like, all right, you sit up. Like, what's going on? What you about to get into? Man, so that's such a blow to the anime community, and I know everybody was feeling this. Like, dang, and wanting to know what's gonna happen further. We can just always just wish for the best and hope for the best,
sure.
and just always live on and have him always live on our memory, and just know that he left something that's gonna transcend time, and I think people
sure.
will definitely continue to watch it. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to some reactions now. to try to lighten the mood up here now.
You sound so down.
I mean,
I think-
It's so
I don't
hard
think
to
you
know.
should have bridged this in there, buddy.
Well,
I think you should have let that one go to somebody else. He was like, so now we're switching over
I know
to
it
reactions.
sucks.
Bro,
People
I
might
just-
like, dude,
I
what's your
didn't want to
reaction?
sound too hype about like, all right.
I know.